Namaste everyone, I'm your co-host Shawnee ma'am. Welcome to your favorite learning channel. The topic for today's video is different transport mechanisms in animals. So animals have a well organized system that helps in transportation of various substances like they help in transportation of gases, nutrients, chemical substances, etc. within the body. And this transportation allows the substances to be carried from one part of the body to another. So today let us have a look at different types of transport mechanisms in different phyla of animal kingdom. So first let's start with microscopic organisms, that is microorganisms. So in microbes or microorganisms or microscopic organisms, how does the process of transportation occur? So the process of transportation takes place or occurs through simple diffusion and osmosis. So these two mechanisms help in transportation of substances in microbes or microscopic organisms. So in diffusion and osmosis, the substances to be transported move from higher concentration to lower concentration, but in osmosis the movement of substances takes place through a semi permeable membrane. But both of these processes, that is diffusion and osmosis, can transport only to short distances. Hence in microbes these two mechanisms of transport helps in the transportation of all the substances. Okay, then let's see what happens in case of insects. So in insects, transportation of materials occurs with the help of hemolymph. Hemolymph. And what is hemolymph? Hemolymph is a colorless body fluid. What is it? It is a colorless body fluid. So this colorless body fluid called hemolymph helps in transportation of materials in case of insects. Next we'll move on and see what happens in case of in higher organisms. So higher organisms, they have separate circulatory system. They have circulatory system for the transportation of different materials. Okay, so the main organ that pumps blood, the primary or the main organ which pumps blood in higher organisms to different parts of the body, to different parts of the body is called, this organ is called heart. So heart actually pumps blood to different parts of the body, and there is a separate circulatory system that helps in transportation in case of higher organisms. So now let's take the case of fishes. So fishes have two-chambered heart. They have two-chambered heart consisting of one atrium and one ventricle. Okay, so they have two-chambered hearts, that is fishes have two-chambered heart and It consists of one atrium and one ventricle. Okay, as we saw, heart is the main organ that helps in pumping of the blood. So blood carries all the substances to different parts of the body and is a part of the circulatory system. Then let's see what happens in case of amphibians. So amphibians have three-chambered heart. They have three-chambered heart, unlike in case of fishes. So in three-chambered heart there are two atria and one ventricle is present. Okay. Then let's see what happens in case of reptiles. So reptiles, they also have three-chambered heart. Okay, they also have three-chambered heart consisting of two atria and one ventricle. Now in case of reptile there is an exception. So what is an exception? The exceptional case is, or the exception in case of reptiles is crocodiles. Crocodiles are also reptiles, but the exception is that crocodiles possess four-chambered heart, unlike other reptiles. Unlike other reptiles that possess three-chambered heart, crocodiles possess four-chambered heart. So they are an exception. Then in case of birds and mammals, they have or they possess four-chambered heart consisting of two atria and two ventricles. Okay, so let's just revise the things that we have covered today. So we saw that animals have a specialized transportation system by the help of which different substances get transported within the body from one part of the body to another. Then we had a look at different types of transport mechanisms in different phyla of animal kingdom. So we started with microbes. So in case of microbes or microscopic organisms, transportation takes place by simple diffusion and osmosis, and both these processes can transport only to short distances. Then in case of insects, there is hemolymph which help in transportation process, and this hemolymph is a colorless body fluid. Then we saw in case of higher organisms, there is a specialized circulatory system. So the main organ that pumps blood, that helps in transporting different materials to different parts of the body, is the organ heart. So this heart actually pumps blood. Okay. Then we saw in case of higher animals or higher organisms, that is in case of fishes, they have two-chambered heart consisting of one atrium and one ventricle, whereas amphibians have three-chambered heart which consists of two atria and one ventricle. Then in case of reptiles, they also have three-chambered heart consisting of two atria and one ventricle, but then there is an exception in case of reptiles, that is crocodiles have a four-chambered heart unlike all other reptiles, whereas in case of birds and mammals, they possess four-chambered heart consisting of two atria and two ventricles. So here we can see the diagram of human heart. So this is human heart. Okay. So human heart, as we are humans, are or we are mammals. So we had already discussed that mammals have four-chambered heart consisting of two atria and two ventricles. So here we can see this is left atrium. Okay, this one is left atrium, this one is right atrium. So there are two atria, one is right, another is left. Then this is left ventricle and this is right ventricle. So there are two ventricles, one is right and one is left. Thus there are four chambers in our heart. That is, all the mammals have four-chambered heart consisting of two atria, one right, one left, and two ventricles, one right, one left. So I hope you all would have got some great insights by watching today's video. Please do not forget to like and share the video. Till then, thank you for watching.